Hello everyone, today I'm going to be heading to Duc Huong Sandwiches, which has my favorite Vietnamese banh mi in San Jose. And I apologize in advance for the rest of my Vietnamese pronunciations because I know they're not going to be spot on. A basic banh mi is a baguette cut in half, stuffed full of meat, and topped with a little bit of pickled daikon and carrot, as well as a few jalapenos and a little bit of cilantro. What I love about Duc Huong is just the flavor of their meat is so good, and I really think their quality is amazing for their sandwiches in general, and they have a pretty good price. And it's not just me that agrees, because whenever I go there, there's always a huge line out the door. Normally my go-to order is the grilled pork, but today for the video, I thought I'd try a few other sandwiches. I'm getting pretty hungry now, let's go get some banh mi's. I'm back now from Duc Huong Sandwiches, and all these banh mi's are looking amazing. I love how they stuffed them full of meat and toppings. The banh mi's I'm going to be trying are the grilled pork, grilled chicken, shredded pork skin, pork floss, and spicy Korean pork. I'm going to be starting off with my favorite, which is the grilled pork. This banh mi is just plain incredible. I love the crunch of the bread as you bite in. They use fresh house-made bread, so you get this really nice crunch from the thick crust on the outside, and the inside is nice and fluffy. And they also use mayonnaise, and I like that it's a nice thin layer because it complements the rest of the sandwich great. I'm in love with the pork that they use in here. It's marinated and has a really unique taste. Tastes like a little bit of lemongrass and garlic, but you really just have to try it to believe it because it's that good. And it's also super fatty, which I really enjoy. It really adds a lot to the sandwich. You have a crunch from the jalapeno and a little bit of spiciness and a little bit of fragrance from the cilantro. And the pickled vegetables are also really good because I like that they're not overly seasoned, so they're nice and light, and they're not overly vinegary or sweet, so they don't overwhelm the taste of the meat. I also forgot that they have these huge spears of cucumber, which adds a nice crunch and juiciness, and it's really refreshing. Now for the spicy Korean pork banh mi, and I thought this sounded kind of interesting. I guess it's going to be sort of like a Korean and Vietnamese fusion. This Korean spicy pork is killer. It goes great in this banh mi. You get a nice little bite from the gochujang that's in there, and that's what makes it really unique because it's made out of fermented bean paste, so it just has this nice fermented flavor that's really rich and earthy, and it goes really good with those pickled vegetables, which are also fermented, so the flavors just meld together really nicely. If you love Korean food or banh mi's, you should definitely try this. It's quite a unique banh mi. Next is the grilled chicken, and I think this will be pretty good because I love chicken. This grilled chicken one is delicious as well. It's really similar to the grilled pork, but I enjoy it because I love chicken, and the taste is a little bit more lemongrassy, and I think that's because chicken itself has a milder flavor than pork. I also really like that the chicken is nice and moist, it's not dry at all, and it's a little bit fatty, which goes great with the sandwiches we know, because that's how the pork was. Now for the pork floss banh mi, and this one I'm really looking forward to because I love pork floss. Oh wow, I just love this pork floss banh mi. It's like a fluffy cloud of porky goodness. The pork floss basically just tastes like shredded pork jerky, and it's just fluffed up into this nice fluffy mass that's nestled in between the bread, and you just have the crunch to contrast with the nice slight chewiness of this. This is really unique. I love the combination of pork floss and a banh mi. We finally made it to our last banh mi. This is the shredded pork skin banh mi, and I'm really looking forward to this one, so I've been saving it for the end. I'm really enjoying the taste of the shredded pork skin. The shredded pork skin itself are like little slivers of chewy heaven. It's almost like having little chewy noodles inside of your sandwich, and the meat itself has such a rich and deep pork flavor compared to all the rest, and it tastes almost earthy and nutty, so it's really intense, and I really like how that pairs with this banh mi. What's really unique about this shredded pork skin is it doesn't taste super fatty or rich. It's really light, and it almost tastes like it's almost like a cartilage, so it's nice and chewy, and it doesn't weigh you down at all. I was really impressed by all these banh mi's from Duc Huong Sandwiches, but for sure I have to say my favorites were the shredded pork skin as well as the pork floss. The funny thing is I've been going to Duc Huong Sandwiches already for a couple of months, and I've gone multiple times, but all of those times I've only gotten the grilled pork, which is delicious. But I still wish I had tried the pork floss or shredded pork skin sooner, because those two are really special. The other thing I love about Duc Huong Sandwiches is their value, because every single day they have a buy 5, get 1 free special. And keep in mind, this is if you buy 5 large sandwiches, they're $7 each, and you get one of them for free. Duc Huong also sells authentic Vietnamese desserts, and one of my favorite desserts there is this cake, and it's basically like a coconut flavored sponge cake topped with this coconut and pandan mochi. There's a reason this is my favorite dessert. The cake itself is so light and fluffy, and you have a mild coconut flavor inside the cake because they use coconut water as one of the ingredients, and the topping is so unique. It's almost like a pandan and coconut mochi, but the texture is like a cross between mochi and jello, so it's super jiggly, and it's really fun to eat. And I also like that it's topped with a little bit of shredded coconut, which adds a little bit of extra flavor. The other great thing about this cake is it's subtly sweet, so you could really eat a lot of this and not feel too sugared up. For sure, you all definitely need to check out Duc Huong Sandwiches. Everything from their banh mi's to their cake is incredible and delicious. And best of all, even through inflation and crazy prices these days, it's still very affordable and you get really large portions. And yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did to give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.